Hello?
Hello, is that Robert?
Yes, speaking. Hello. Hi there.
Hello, my name's Roy Emberton.
Yes.
I was contacted by one of my colleagues, Patrick. We are Jehovah's Witnesses.
Oh, yes, I see, yes. Yes. Where are you based, Roy? Which Kingdom Hall or congregation?
I'm based in Matlock. The Kingdom Hall is in Bank Road.
Oh, right. That's right.
How can we help you at all?
Thank you. I've been looking at some of the literature, and I've spoken to people at the carts, and they weren't really able to help me. I'm trying to understand when the literature that you distribute says Christendom, is that is referring to all the churches, Catholic and the Protestant and the Orthodox churches. Have I got that right?
Yes, it's as the name implies, it's they claim to be the domain of Christ, so that would take in all the churches that claim followers of Christ worldwide.
Yes. But, I mean, one of your books, the Revelation, the Grand Climax book, which I've been reading on jw.org, on page 235, it seems to indicate very clearly that these are part of what they call the harlot, and they're all, would they be controlled by Satan or under the authority of Satan or what? I mean, it's a bit shocking.
In the short answer, yes.
Right. It's
part of, if you, it's, my answer to that is, and the book statement, I'll just hang on, I've got the book just handy.
Yes, sure.
But it's based on mainly Revelation 17 and 18. The harlot, who rides the scarlet-coloured wild beast.
Yes.
And it has a name in the scriptures. The harlot has a name, Babylon the Great. So it's based on its origins goes back to Bible, the pre-Christian times, ancient Babylon, which all religion which was in opposition to God originated from.
This is very similar to what I've heard from other groups who visited me. They've said that all Christian churches and all Christian groups, all of them are of the devil, and they're all Christendom, they're all the whore of Babylon, the Baptists, the Methodists, the Anglicans, the Catholics, the Orthodox, everyone, except for them. There's one, their group is the one group that isn't part of this harlot. And I seem to, when I came across this, I said to someone at one of the carts, this seems a bit similar to the Mormons and to the Way International and to the Christadelphians. You seem to be saying that you're the only group that God has accepted and all the other groups are of the devil. I mean, have I got that right?
Well,
is that what you're saying?
It sounds very hard to say it, but the short answer is yes. And if you read through those two chapters, it's chapter 33 in the Revelation Climax book, which is based on Revelation, the Bible, chapter 17 and 18.
Yes.
You see, to start with, the Bible says in 1 John 5:19, the whole world lies in the power of the wicked one. And if you look at Revelation 17 and 18...
Excuse me.
You see that the world itself, our world, which we live in, a society, is made up of three elements: religion, commerce, and politics. Now, when you read Revelation 17 and 18, you see that the harlot commits fornication with the kings of the earth, which are obviously politics. And when she is finally destroyed by the scarlet-coloured beast, now the Revelation book explains it, goes into it for you, what the scarlet-coloured beast is. But in a nutshell, the scarlet-coloured beast today is the United Nations. It started off as the League of Nations. It is now the United Nations, which is given authority by all the nations of the earth, all the political nations of the earth, because, as you know, the UN can't act on its own, in its own force. It has to be given authority by its member nations. Now, Revelation 17 and 18...
I'm trying to take this in, Roy, but you're giving me too much information. I'm sorry,
okay. I'll just give you just a broad picture. As I say, the world is made up of religion, politics, and commerce. Now, in those two chapters, 17 and 18, in the book of Revelation, the Bible, it shows that the scarlet-coloured beast, which I've said is the United Nations, destroys the harlot. Now, we wonder who the harlot is.
Sorry, can I just stop you, because you're giving me too much information, mate. Are you saying that... If I just finish this sentence
sure. You will see why it is not presumptuous to say that the harlot is all religion which is out of harmony with God. Right, so I'll go back. The harlot commits fornication with the kings of the earth. It says that. So that must be politics. And now when she goes down, the merchants of the earth mourn because they made a lot of money from her. So the merchants of the earth obviously are the commercial part of the earth, of our society. So she, the harlot, must be religion.
But what you mean by that is religion other than your religion?
Religion which claims to be the true religion.
Does it include the Watchtower? Does it include the Watchtower or not?
No.
Right, but the Mormons... But the Mormons, when I spoke to the Mormons, they used the same chapter, and they said it does. It's every religion. Well, could you let me finish, Roy, please?
Yeah, sure.
The Mormons told me that it's every single religion on earth except for them, the Mormon Church, based in Utah.
Yes.
And the Way International told me that Revelation 17 and 18, the religion there is every religion on earth except for the Way International. It seems to me you're saying something similar to them. And the second thing is, are you saying that not just all the religions are satanic except for the Jehovah's Witnesses? Are you also saying that the governments are satanic and that the UN is satanic? Did I hear you right?
Well, they're used by Satan.
What's used by Satan?
They're really just puppets pulled by strings.
What is used by Satan?
The government of this world, the part of, you see, Jesus said, my kingdom is no part of this world. Now, all the religions, including the Mormons, as you say, go along with that in as much that they are part of the world.
But that's what they say of you. But that's what they say of you. They say you're part of the world. The Way International, the Christadelphians, say that other groups are part of the world, but not them. There's only one group that's no part of the world, according to the Christadelphians. That's the Christadelphians. There's only one group. Could I finish, Roy, please?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Sure. There's only one group that's no part of the world, according to the Way International, and that's the Way International. I'm having a lot of problems with this. Did you say that the UN is also involved in this?
Oh, yes.
It's satanic. Is that what the book is saying?
Yes.
But then,
because if you read earlier chapters of Revelation, particularly from Revelation 13 onwards, you'll find that the beast, there's a beast there, seven-headed, 10-horned beast, which comes out of the sea. Now, these are all symbolisms, of course, in Revelation, but compared with other parts of the Bible, we can see what the symbolisms are. And as you read on, you'll find that it's the a beast which comes out of the sea, and of which the scarlet-coloured beast is an image.
Right. Now, I've read the book. I've read part of the book. On page 252, it's got a list of pictures down the middle of the page from Egypt to Anglo-America. And I think it's saying that these are the 7 heads of the satanic wild beast. Have I got that right?
Yes.
The first head is Egypt.
Yes.
The second is Assyria.
That's right.
And the 7th head is Anglo-America. And then the UN is the 8th head, which comes out of the 7th head.
Yes. It's the UN.
And these are seen as satanic?
Yes. Because it says that the dragon, Satan, gives them authority. They rule with his authority.
Including the British government, because Anglo would mean Britain, wouldn't it?
Yes.
So the head of state of Britain rules by the authority of the devil? Is that what the book is saying?
Yes, in a word, yes.
But that's Her Majesty the Queen. Are you saying Her Majesty the Queen, who is a dear lady in her 90s, she's still working so hard? Are you saying that she rules by the authority of the devil? Is that what the book is saying? I'm
sounds
shocked.
nasty to say it that way, but as she's part of the British government...
well, she's the head of the British government. She's the head of state. She's not a part of it. She's the head of state.
She's part of it, yes. You see, Jesus said, my kingdom is no part of this world. And if you were part of the world would love you. But because you're no part of the world hates you. Now, all the religions that you mention go along with the affairs of the world. They vote in elections. They take part in wars, etc., etc.
But the Jehovah's Witness religion, I think it's called the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. Is that right?
No. The Watchtower Bible and Tract Society is only the publishing agent for Jehovah's Witnesses.
Right.
They are Jehovah's Witnesses themselves, individually.
Yes.
But legally on paper, they are just the publishing agency.
Right.
Jehovah's Witnesses are the individuals.
But if the UN is satanic, why then did the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society join the UN in 1992? And why were they members of the UN, having NGO status, that means non-governmental organization status, for 9 years until 2001, when The Guardian broke the story about the Jehovah's Witnesses' involvement in the UN?
Well, I don't know anything about that, and I would doubt that information very much, because, as a young man, I was a conscientious objector and went to prison. So it has always been the principle that Jehovah's Witnesses are no part of the world at all.
Could you answer the question? Why did you join the UN in 1992? And to comply... Could I finish, Roy? To comply with your NGO status, that means non-governmental organisation status, as a member of the UN, you had to publish articles promoting the aims and ideals of the UN, which you did, usually in the Awake magazine, for 9 years. So whatever the UN's annual aim was, that was echoed in the Awake magazine. There was one Watchtower article, I think it was November 1995, I think, or somewhere around there. But you usually published articles in the Awake to comply with your NGO status.
Well, I doubt that very much.
Have you looked into it? How can you doubt it if you haven't looked into it?
Well, I've read the Watchtower since I was a lad and the Awake.
I feel sorry for you.
I've never seen that in print.
Well, of course they're not going to admit it. It's rank hypocrisy, isn't it? They condemn the UN as satanic in their book Revelation, the Grand Climax, It's at Hand. On pages 253 to 254, they say the UN is satanic. They published that book in 1988, and 4 years later they joined the UN as an NGO member. I have a letter from the UN saying that the Jehovah's Witnesses were members of the UN. Why don't you do an internet search? Look out the Guardian article that the Guardian published on the 8th of October 2001, which exposed this hypocrisy.
Okay, I'm just making a note of that.
Yeah.
Guardian.
Guardian, 8th of October 2001.
Right.
You can look it up on the
what
Guardian newspaper site.
What was the article called? Did you remember?
I can't. You'll have to look it up on the Guardian website.
Right.
And the UN released a letter stating that you were members for 9 years. I've got a copy of that letter. And even the Watchtower, representative in the UK had dialogues with the Guardian, and he admitted that they were members of the UN. He lied. He said they took out membership to get a library card, which is a lie. Because that doesn't explain the numerous articles published in the Awake magazine for 9 years promoting the aims of the UN. And you're still associated with the UN today through OSCE, the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, which is another United Nations NGO affiliate, and a sub-organization of the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society called Jehovah's Witnesses in Europe. Today, as far as I know, as of 2020, Jehovah's Witnesses in Europe are members of OSCE, which is itself a member of the UN. So you're still tied to the UN today.
Are you sure this is not information which is put on the web by apostates claiming to be Jehovah's Witnesses? Because a lot of that is done, to discredit us. And information is often fed to the media by apostates, those who have become Jehovah's Witnesses and left for whatever reason. The
letter from the UN is published by the United Nations. The Guardian article exposing the Watchtower's hypocrisy and that they were members of the UN for 9 years, that's published by the Guardian newspaper in London. And there is a Watchtower representative, I think he's called Paul Gillies, and he's a kind of public relations guy for the Jehovah's Witnesses in London. And he had a series of letters, which I've got copies of, with the Guardian newspaper, and he remembered, he admitted, yes, we were members of the UN, but he lied. He said it was to get a library card.
Right, it all about sounds very suspect to me.
It does, doesn't it? It seems like it's a cult, doesn't it? Jehovah's Witnesses come across as a cult. What hypocrites. They say the UN is of the devil, and then they join the UN. What hypocrites.
Well, people will say that. We expect a lot of lies, Robert, in this time of the end now. Jesus said there would be very much lies.
Yeah, but they're coming from the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society. Another lie they teach is on the Insight book, Volume 1, page 126, which says that Jesus Christ is Apollyon from the bottomless pit. Apollyon's a name for the devil, mate. And you claim that Jesus Christ is Apollyon from the bottomless pit?
Could I just ask you, Robert, which I should have asked you in the beginning. I appreciate you ringing up. How did you contact Patrick, by the way? Or did he contact you?
Through the Charity Commission website. The number is on the Charity Commission online.
Are you part of the Charity Commission, or are you part of a religion?
No, I used to be an evangelical Christian, but I gave up 10 years ago. I went to the Matlock congregation. That's in Derbyshire, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. I went to Matlock congregation, and they give a telephone number there, and so I just phoned up the telephone number.
It's Patrick's telephone number.
It's the one given on the Charity Commission website as the contact for Matlock congregation.
Oh, right, yes, yeah. Okay, so what is your purpose now in putting these questions to me, Seth? I'm wanting a contact.
Well, I want to know, why do you teach that Jesus Christ is Apollyon, that's a name for the devil from the bottomless pit? You teach that in your book, Insight into the Scriptures, Volume 1, page 126. It says that the glorified Jesus Christ is Apollyon from the bottomless pit. Well, that's blasphemy. Apollyon is the devil. Apollion's a name for the devil.
It depends what you see as the bottomless pit. I mean, that's another discussion in itself. But are. There's a lot of things about what we teach that people don't agree with, of course. But
the hell of it. Jesus Christ is holy. Jesus Christ, my Lord Jesus Christ, is not Apollyon the devil from the bottomless pit.
Okay, Robert. That's okay. You believe what you want to believe. Of course, everyone has that right.
But don't you believe that Apollyon is the devil?
Is there anything else I can help you with at all?
Could you explain the overlapping generation to me? I don't understand this 1914 teaching of yours that there is now an overlapping generation that somehow is linked to the year 1914.
Well, do you understand about the 144,000 and who they are?
It's just a symbolic number. In the book of Revelation, it's a symbolic number that refers to all Christians. It doesn't refer to a specific number of 144,000.
Well, why does it say in Revelation 7, it says, after, when it's described the 144,000, it says, after that, I saw a great crowd. So it can't be just symbolic of. I know numbers in Revelation are symbolic, not all of them, but some are literal. But because it says after that, a great crowd comes out of the great tribulation, which no man was able to number, etc.
And they're standing before the Lamb. You're quoting Revelation chapter 7, verse 9. After these things I looked and beheld a great multitude or great crowd, which no one could number, of all nations, tribes and peoples and tongues, standing before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and with palm branches in their hands. It says that this great multitude is standing before the throne, yes?
Yes.
The throne of God is in heaven. Revelation chapter 4, verse 2. Immediately I was in the Spirit, and behold, a throne set in heaven, and one sat on the throne. So this is picturing the dead saints who've died and have gone after Christ's death, burial, and resurrection, not before. Okay, after Christ's death, burial, and resurrection, they go to be with Christ in heaven. And so the great multitude is the 144,000. It's simply talking about these people standing before the throne of God, Revelation 7:9, and the throne of God is set in heaven, Revelation chapter 4, verse 2.
Well, you can believe that if you want to, Robert.
Well, I'm quoting the Bible. I'm quoting the Bible. Don't you like the Bible? Do you have a problem with the Bible?
Well, it's how you see that compared with other scriptures.
All right. Well, let's have some fun.
Robert,
well, hold on. Just let me ask you one. Let me ask you one question. Revelation 7:4. Let me read Revelation chapter 7, verse 4. And I heard the number of those who were sealed, 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed.
Yes.
It says, of all the tribes. Not some of the tribes, not most of the tribes, all of the tribes. Then it lists of the tribe of Judah, 12,000 were sealed. Of the tribe of Reuben, 12,000 were sealed. There's no mention of the tribe of Dan. Revelation chapter 7, verse 8 gives the tribe of Joseph, which doesn't exist. There's no tribe of Joseph. It mentions Manasseh in Revelation 7:6, but no mention of Ephraim. So could you explain the words 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel were sealed? But it doesn't mention all the tribes.
Because it doesn't refer to literal Israel. That's why.
It's spiritual, is it? It's spiritual. Okay, I agree. Absolutely, I agree. It's spiritual. So if it's spiritual, then the 12,000 would be spiritual. Of the tribe of Judah, which you said is spiritual, 12,000 are sealed. So if if Judah is spiritual, the 12,000 from Judah must also be a spiritual number.
Right. So
could you explain that?
It mentions the 12 tribes of Israel because it is based. 12 is another symbolic number. If you look on page 9 of the Revelation book, Revelation Climax book, it will explain some of the numbers which is used in Revelation, showing how they are symbolic.
Mate,
Now,
I would get more spiritual insight reading Enid Blyton's book, Noddy Goes to Toy Town, than I would reading your Revelation book, because it's nonsense.
Oh,
it's drivel,
okay.
which every 10 years you contradict yourself and you teach something different. You're always changing your mind and teaching new beliefs which replace your older beliefs.
Well, Robert, Proverbs 4:18 does say that the light gets brighter until the perfect day. Anyway, just before you go, as regards the revelation of 144,000, if you look on Revelation 14, verse 1 and 3.
Yeah, male Jewish virgins in verse 4. They're men, they're not women. They are virgins who have not been defiled with woman in verse 4. I agree with you, it's a spiritual number. And clearly the reference to them being men only and virgins only is a spiritual reference. It's not to be taken absolutely literally, is it? Otherwise, any married man can't be a part of the 144,000. Anyone who's had sex with a woman can't be a part of the 144,000.
You're taking it literally, you see.
No, I'm not taking it literally. I believe it's spiritual. And if the reference to virgin just means it's spiritual, which I think it does do, it does refer to their spirituality, and their men, meaning male headship, it's not to be taken absolutely literally. Then obviously the number 144,000 is also a spiritual number, which is not to be taken literally. It's simply... You're not allowing me to answer you now. All right.
Verse 1, what does verse 1 say about who stands on Mount Zion?
And I looked and beheld a lamb standing on Mount Zion, and with him 144,000 having his father's name written on their foreheads.
Now, what's his father's name?
Yahweh.
I know you avoid using the name Jehovah, but Jehovah, it could be Yahweh. We're not going to argue with that. We don't know the vowel sounds.
Then why are you arguing with me if you don't want to argue?
Wait a minute. Now, just let me finish, Robert.
All right.
Right, so which religion uses either Yahweh or whatever it's pronounced different in every language anyway. Which one highlights God's name apart from Jehovah's Witnesses?
Your book, the first interlinear that you published, the purple interlinear, published in 1969, at the end of the introduction, it says that Yahweh is a more accurate name.
Which religion on earth today highlights God's name other than Jehovah's Witnesses?
Your own literature says that God's name is Yahweh and that Jehovah is inaccurate. That's the interlinear, the purple interlinear at the end of the introduction.
Why don't the religions of the world highlight it?
They do. They do.
They don't.
Yahweh, I've told you, God's name is Yahweh.
Now, and also verse 3. Look, while we were on Revelation 14, verse 3. What does that say?
And they sang as it were a new song before the throne, before the four living creatures and the elders, and no one could learn that song except the 144,000 who were redeemed from the earth.
Right. So if the 144,000 is a symbolic number of everyone, why does it say specifically that they are redeemed from the earth?
Then
when the great crowd or the great multitude is a separate number.
It doesn't refer to every single human being who's ever lived. It refers to God's saints, his redeemed people. That's why it says they are redeemed from the earth. Could I finish? They are now in heaven,
Robert,
and these are ones who've gone to heaven.
This conversation isn't... we're never going to agree on this, and I just wondered, as I asked you in the beginning, really what was your purpose in wanting someone to talk to. So what I'm going to say to you, Robert, you've obviously got access to our literature, and it's open on the website anyway. If you wanted to have a Bible study to find out the truth of God's purpose, you know where to contact us. But we don't want to, we're not interested in arguing with people. I appreciate
You're not interested in arguing with people who can argue back at you and know it better than you do.
No, just a minute. I do appreciate your spiritual interest. In fact, it's very praiseworthy these days to find someone with a spiritual interest at all. And we talk to people of all religions. But I'll have to close the conversation now and just thank you for your inquiry.
Well, thank you.
You know where to contact us.
Well, Roy, thank you.
You can always write to the Watchtower Society direct in.
Where's the address in the bottomless pit? That's where I have to address the letter to.
In London.
No.
So I'll just say thank you, Robert, and I'll say goodbye now.
Could I?
Okay.
Could I?
Bye bye then.
Could I speak? Could I speak? Okay. Goodbye.